Hello everyone, welcome to GNU according to CD, that is Government of National Unity. So guys, I don't know if you've ever asked yourself this question. These illegal foreigners, when they come here to South Africa, especially the Bangladeshis, the Pakistanis, the Somalis, the Ethiopians, and of course, the usual suspects that will be your DRC, your Zimbabweans, your Nigerians, and then when they are caught, like right now, there are raids that are taking place, and they are trying their real best to manipulate the system by saying, hey, I am an asylum seeker. I am an asylum seeker. Because there is a judgment, anyways, that says that when a detainee, like somebody to be deported, uh, basically says that they are asylum seekers, they are not to be arrested. However, the judgment does also say that you take them to Lindela so that their asylum seeking status is confirmed by Home Affairs. But somewhere, somehow, it may seem like the moment they cry asylum seeking, the immigration does not take them to Lindela. It just lets them go because they don't want to be seen to be violating the constitutional court ruling or something like that. So now I was just looking around, like, listen, I mean, surely it's not just South Africa that is going through this, and the questions that we South Africans are asking, surely it's not the only, I mean, we are not the only ones that are asking these questions. Like, why is it always men? Because if there is a conflict in a country, the majority of refugees and asylum seekers usually are women and children, not men. Men, yeah, the coward ones, they run. But those that stay behind to fight for their country remain behind and fight for their countries. Now, what does that tell you about them? Especially because these men that are here, you will find that they actually believe that a man is the head of the house, and yet you ran away and left your females back at home to face those guns and whatever else that is going on that made you run now and say, oh, I am here in South Africa seeking asylum, or I'm a refugee. Why is it always men? And then I came across this video.
When we see pictures of boats entering Dover, packed full of supposedly desperate asylum seekers, I want to ask, where are the women? Where are the children? The craft are filled almost exclusively with men, young men. How did they secure the rumoured £5,000 to pay for the cost of their crossing? Even by the Home Office's own figures, in 2022, 87% of these people were men. We must be abundantly clear and honest with the British people. These are foreign males looking to take advantage of our soft borders and our incompetent establishment. They are not, in the vast majority of cases, people genuinely fleeing war and persecution.
And I was like, well, Britain is going through the same thing South Africa is going through. Britain. Germany is set to deport about 1,000 Nigerians this weekend. 1,000 Nigerians are going home this weekend from Germany because Germany ain't playing games no more either. So now, then this guy, the British parliamentary guy, I don't know which party he belongs to in Britain, and he is pointing exactly what South Africans have been asking. Where are the women and children? Then comes this debate as well in some British television show. And this gentleman, he is saying the concept of asylum seeking has been manipulated for decades to a point where now nobody believes that anybody that comes into Britain, they are asylum seekers.
Because it doesn't, it's all fiddling around in tiny ways with a gigantic mess. The problem with it for me is this. If you are an asylum seeker, what you're doing is you're fleeing from persecution or danger of some kind. And if that's the way you choose to come into this country, then what you're saying is you're so desperate to get out of where you've come from that you will go practically anywhere to get out of it. And therefore you can't really pick and choose your conditions. If they'd come as migrants applying legally to enter the country on work visas, then they can work. I completely accept that this is wholly broken down, that the whole system of asylum has been so totally abused over so many decades that it's no longer true. But it just seems to me that it has to be mentioned from time to time that what we are actually dealing with here is illegal immigration, not people genuinely in search of asylum. Almost every single one of the people who comes here claiming asylum has come from France. Now, I accept that the quality of the coffee has declined in France recently, and there are one or two other things wrong with it. I don't actually much like the TGVs, but it's not a dangerous country.
It certainly is not.
It's not a dangerous country. There isn't any oppression there. There isn't any persecution there. So they can't be coming here as asylum seekers. They have to be coming here for... So can we, in our public discourse, just stop using this expression? It simply is completely...
What would you call them instead, then?
I call them illegal entrants. That's what they are. They've come here illegally across the Channel without going through passport control to leave France or to enter this country. They've come here, and they've come here claiming to be something which they plainly, axiomatically are not, because unless people are going to come to me and say France is an unsafe country, you cannot say that these people are seeking asylum. How do you do it? How can you do it? And whenever I say this in any kind of public forum where there are people in favour of unlimited immigration present, they fall silent because they cannot think of any response to this. So I'd be fascinated to know if there's anybody who can tell me why it is that we have to carry on pretending that these people are asylum seekers when they aren't.
Because the thing is, when you look at where they say they're coming from, there's no such a thing as unrest, civil war, or anything that they may be fearful of for their lives, and then they enter Britain. They are taking advantage of us and Britain because our borders are indeed soft. They know what they are doing. They are not refugees, they are not asylum seekers, but they are economic migrants. And they illegally enter these borders or our soft borders because they know that there are laws that are going to protect them once they are inside. You'll find NGOs, you are going to find the leftists who want open borders, you are going to find this and you're going to find that, and they'll be comfortably living in Britain and South Africa as well. So who is the boo-boo the fool at the end of the day? It is us, the citizens, the taxpayers, who has to pay taxes so that these people, they have whatever it is that they need to have to be comfortable in South Africa and Britain. But worst of all, they go out into the workforce and take jobs that belongs to the British people and South African people respectively. This is exactly what I've been asking. Where are the women and children if you are coming from a war-torn zone? If death is what you are running away from? Did you just leave it for the women to face it for themselves? What kind of a man are you? Is a question I'm asking. So that is why we need to be very, very pressurizing towards our government in making sure that these men go back home. There's no war going on in their home countries. They need to go back and go fix the country if there is something wrong going on. The Bangladeshis, the Pakistanis, it takes an aeroplane to get here from there. Possibly two. But there are no here asylum seekers. How do you fly all the way to South Africa and then you come here and you say asylum seeking? And on top of that, you don't even respect the people of South Africa. You think you are better than them. No ways. No. Let's revisit this situation. Deport